going on?
Thank you so much.
Pay like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family. Smoochie.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. I'm Mike Babcock with my guy, as always, Mojo Muhtadi. Mojo, we're going to start with an absolutely enormous boxing match that is getting closer by the day. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. Of course, this super fight, Mojo, it's truly one of the best boxing match. And look, the fight hasn't happened yet, but truly one of the best boxing matchups that you could ever make, not just current day, but I think in the history of the sport, Mojo, in that you have two of the most dominant fighters in the entire world who are about to face off against one another, Mojo. I mean, look at that right there. If that doesn't get you excited, then I have news for you. You're not a boxing fan, because this is as good as it gets. You see the guys, their ages, their records on the screen there. I mean, Canelo, who fights all of the toughest opponents, 63-2-2, 39 knockouts, Mojo. And, of course, Bud Crawford, the guy has never lost, 41 wins, 0 losses, 31 knockouts, Mojo. Well, who wins the fight? That's the question. I can tell you, Mojo, who the favorite is. It's Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the favorite over Bud, meaning that Crawford, for the first time, Mojo, in over a decade, since 2013 to be precise, Bud Crawford is an underdog. Well, what does that feel like when you're a guy who's an all-time great, a guy who has a rightful claim to being the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world? Mojo, we talked to Bud this week, and we asked him that very question.
Any difference? Do you even pay attention to odds, or that doesn't matter to you when you step in there into the ring that night?
No, it definitely don't matter. The odds can't fight for him. So, it is what it is. For sure, beating the likes of Canelo, in a division that is not my natural division would definitely cement my legacy as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
And Mojo, he talks about the weight classes. So the fight is happening at 168 pounds. The highest weight that Bud Crawford has been a champion at is 154 pounds. So 14 pounds lighter than he will step into that ring against Canelo at. Canelo, by the way, arguably best division is 168 pounds, where he is 9-0. He's undefeated in that at that weight class, Mojo. So I get it. I get why Canelo is a minus 195 favorite, but doesn't seem like Crawford is too concerned. And he says, hey, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to win this fight.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter if at the end of the day you're competing to be the best pound for pound of all time, or at least, what Bud is thinking here. So, I mean, the end result is going to be the goal. That's more important than the favorite going into an individual fight. But can you imagine being undefeated in 41 contests and you're going into the fight as the underdog? I mean, the fact that you haven't been one in over a decade, I mean, that says it. But yeah, 41 wins, 31 knockouts, 0 goose eggs, 0 losses, and I'm coming into this fight as an underdog. I mean, if that doesn't motivate you, what else is going to? I mean, that right there just clearly demonstrates what's on the line. You're in such a big-time fight that you're the underdog in this thing. I mean, this is going to be a super fight, man. This is going to be one that everyone's going to be excited about. Obviously, everybody's already talking about it. We're talking about it right now. This is going to be one for the ages. So it just makes you excited. But, yeah, you can't tell me that Bud isn't going to be in training every day with a chip on his shoulder with being called in underdog. You take that personal. I mean, this is a guy that probably steps in the ring and feels invincible every single time. That confidence and that swagger just escalates his game to a level that people just not yet have been able to touch. So, I mean, this is going to spell for a different Bud, I feel like, man. I think this is really going to put him to a place where we're going to see something a little bit different here. And as for Canelo, favorite, underdog. I mean, that stuff really doesn't matter except for people betting on this fight, right? You train for this thing the exact same way. You know what's on the line here. You know what's at stake, and that's the real motivator.
Yeah, Mojo, I mean, not to be cliche, but these two guys are both consummate professionals. They truly, and no exaggeration here, they are two of the greatest fighters of all time. 50 years down the line, when people talk about fighters and boxing and who was great, who wasn't, both of these guys are absolutely going to be in that conversation as some of the greatest fighters of all time. I will say this too, as we see these photos of Dana White, I don't think it's really a coincidence here, Mojo, that the knock on fighting and boxing has always been the best fighters, the best boxers don't face one another. They care about padding their record, making big paychecks, but they never fight hard opponents. Well, you can throw that out the window here now. This is like the UFC's model, where the best fighters fight the best fighters, and in Canelo Alvarez and in Terence Bud Crawford, that is exactly what we have. Two all-time greats stepping into that ring. It's going down in a massive arena, a massive stadium, a football stadium where the Raiders play September 13th. That fight cannot come soon enough. All right, Mojo, moving on to LeBron James. And, well, Drake is not going to like this, Mojo, because Bron is on vacation in Cannes, and he's with Savannah, his wife. He's with Maverick Carter, his business partner. Well, they went to a really fancy hotspot, Mojo, where, by the way, and you're going to see in video, we're going to show you in a second here, Jeff Bezos and his new bride, Lauren Sanchez, were also partying. Well, there is a DJ at this event, and, well, Mojo, they played the Kendrick Lamar diss of Drizzy, Not Like Us, and if anybody has been following the relationship between LeBron and Drake, you know they were once great friends. Well, not so much anymore. And if you don't believe me, well, just watch LeBron rapping to the Drake diss track. But Mojo, here, I'll be honest with you. So there's LeBron rapping. If you want to go see the full video, go to the TMZ Sports website. My favorite part of this video, I'll be honest, is not actually the LeBron part. It's Lauren Sanchez dancing and the big smile on Jeff Bezos' face as he records his wife dancing, Mojo. That man's worth like $200 billion. He's loving life, though. Good for him.
He's doing it. Was he recording her or was he recording LeBron dancing? I mean, that's kind of a tough decision, right?
Yeah. No, you're only going home with one of them, Mojo, so you better believe he's recording Lauren.
Fair enough. Good point. Smart move. Yeah, that's definitely the move to make. However, that being said, I mean, LeBron, that was definitely clip-worthy, but I guess when you're Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez, the James family, you don't have to worry about putting your camera phone on anyone because there's probably going to be 100 on you at all times. Right. You can just ask somebody to send you the footage later. We were just talking about LeBron James, Mr. Babcock, and we were wondering, like, hey, where does he weigh in on this current beef? You know, are things coincidences right now? Maybe his last message wasn't obvious enough for us, and he really had to up the ante with this one and go all in. I mean, who knows if they requested that song? Right. Who knows if the DJ just put it on? But I do know that LeBron made the conscious decision to go that ham with it. He's not just nodding his head or tapping his foot. We're getting full-on body sways, punches thrown more or less with those dance moves. So, yeah, he's making it real obvious at this point. There is no need for speculation. This is all you need to see right here.
Up next, what was it like working with the likes of Travis Kelce and Bad Bunny in Happy Gilmore 2? Julie Bowen answers that very question next on TMZ Sports. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike and Mojo. Mojo, Happy Gilmore fans have been waiting almost 30 years for this moment. It's only a couple of days away now. Happy Gilmore 2 will release on Friday. And again, fans of that classic, the 1996 classic, are so pumped for the movie. Well, Mojo, as they do with movies, of course, the premiere was last night, Monday night, in New York City. You had a bunch of the stars from the film were out, of course. There you've got Adam Sandler there, Bad Bunny was, all of the stars, Mojo, were in the house for the big premiere. Well, at the premiere, Mojo, we were there as well. We spoke with Julie Bowen. Of course, Julie Bowen has been in a ton of different things, Modern Family, a bunch of big hits. She plays Virginia in Happy Gilmore. She was in the original. She's going to be in the sequel. Well, Mojo, we spoke with her. We spoke with Julie, and we asked her, hey, you've got a lot of big cameos, a lot of big stars, people like Bad Bunny, Travis Kelce, who are in the movie. What was it like acting alongside those guys? Here's Julie.
Bowen, you look amazing. What can you tell us about Happy Gilmore 2?
Because
What can you tell us about Happy Gilmore 2?
almost nothing.
Oh, no.
It was really fun.
How did Travis Kelce do?
Please, is anybody surprised he's a star? He's always been a star. He continues to be a star.
How was Bad Bunny?
Amazing. Benito, my lover. Thank you. He doesn't know he's my lover.
Do you think you're going to go see him in Puerto Rico?
I heard that it was only for Puerto Ricans.
I think eventually you can go.
I mean, if he wants me, Benito, I'm here.
So, Mojo, you see, they're not allowing these stars, the actors, to say anything about this movie. They don't want to give anything away, but clearly she's very fond of both.
Good. I like that, Babcock, because I hate spoilers. It's at the point now where if a movie comes out, I literally do not go on social media, because no matter how much you try to avoid spoilers, you always run into them, and that can ruin a movie, especially for someone like me. I don't like it, so I applaud this. Let me watch this thing fresh with nothing in my head ahead of time. I also got to point out here, Julie is jacked. All right, Jack, Julie over there. She looks fantastic. Maybe that's why she just like buzzed right past Travis Kelce.
Look at that, Mojo. I was wishing I had her arms when I was watching her talk.
Yeah, we might have to get a hold of her workout program because, she's doing it. But hey, you saw Bad Bunny's reaction though. Eyes popped out of the head, the big amazing line. I mean, let's see what he's up to. I mean, I very much enjoyed his part in Bullet Train. I thought that was very entertaining. So let's see how he does. Travis Kelce, obviously one of the biggest stars on the planet right now. Great guy. Might add, good friend. I'll throw that out there too. But very exciting stuff. I'm really hoping this movie isn't a letdown. I'm really hoping it's going to be a good one. Of course, you got some wrestling buddies in that one as well. Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella. Shout out to the two lovely ladies.
It was a power couple that could have been. Matt Leinart opens up on the time he went on a date with Rihanna when TMZ Sports comes back right after this.
Want to be the first in your group chat to know the hottest Hollywood news like
ASAP Rocky, not guilty. He leapt into the audience.
insane? The TMZ Podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike and Mojo. Mojo, they are the power couple that never was. Rihanna and Matt Leinart. Yes, Matt Leinart, the former superstar quarterback from USC, and of course then the NFL, Mojo. This is awesome. This is a great story, Mojo. So now Matt Leinart, obviously not playing football anymore, still very much front and center though, because he's got a really popular podcast with Jerry Ferrara. It's called the Throwbacks Podcast, Mojo. Well, they recently had on Josh Richmond on the show, and the topic turned to an absolutely disastrous date that Matt had back in the day with none other than Riri. Watch this.
What are you about to tell me?
So I'm about to tell you that I took this girl on a date to Josh's club and no one knows this.
Okay.
And talk about protection. I took Rihanna on a date.
I didn't know you were going to say. Okay.
To Teddy's.
Whoa.
Was it Teddy's, right?
It was.
And do you want to hear the lead up to this date?
Please.
So there's some more context to the story, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I think it's like the third time. And this is like, it's either like all or nothing, dude. Like I already fumbled it away. Like it was just whatever. The problem was I had this ginormous blister on my lip.
On your date with Matt.
Marsha Brady. Dude, I can't even. I tell you what, dude. It's like.
Were you nervous about the blister?
Are you kidding me? I don't know who in my world was like, dude, they're like, you're okay, bro. You're going to be fine. You're gonna be fine. I'm like, no, no.
You had a hype man
dude,
for your
so
Rihanna
the
date?
whole time, and Teddy's was dark. So the whole time we're at a little table, dude, and I'm sitting across from her. Josh is her, and I'm just like, I couldn't make eye contact, dude. I'm like this. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like I couldn't talk. It was
you're playing. She probably thinks you're being aloof. This is great.
No. This was already like the ship had sailed.
dying,
but like
bro.
she came
He
in.
was like, get me out of here.
Yeah, she was like, oh, this poor kid. And I remember, I think Daniel, after one of our buddies was like, you are an idiot.
You
dude.
blew it.
Oh, to my face. He's
Billy
like,
Madison,
you just blew it.
So there it is, Mojo. It's like the butterfly effect. Who knows? We may never have had ASAP Rocky. And of course, with Rihanna, they've got the kids and Matt's happily married. So, we have a happy ending here as far as the story goes. But yeah, that blister, it really ruined things for Matt.
Well, first of all, if you are lucky enough to score a date with Rihanna, yeah, get a hype man, all right? I don't know why you're questioning. You got to get a hype man for a big date like that. But let's get back to the more important part here. Why is he even talking about this? Why would he admit this now, having a big-ass blister on your lip? People are going to have an opinion about this. Their minds are going to go probably one of one places off of this. I don't know why you would admit this on a podcast. I'm sure you're trying to get likes and clicks and views and all these things, but that story would have been great enough, I think, without the blister.
Right.
It's thing I can talk about, so maybe that's why.
Right, Mojo, you got to get across that you went on a date with Rihanna, but you want to kind of like maybe not tell the entire full story, but you need people to know I went on a date with Rihanna. That must be known.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems like he fumbled the bag even years after this fumbling of the bag. This was a disaster. I mean, if it's me, obviously it's a tough situation to be in. I mean, do you go knowing the history here? Do you not go? Do you try to find a way out of it? I got to wait for this blister to go away. What is a good enough excuse to where I can get out of this date, get it rescheduled? So I think what I would probably have to do is like go run out in traffic and get hit by a car or something, hop up on the hood, maybe make sure they're not going too fast, maybe make sure my buddy's driving, he's in on this thing, then we're ready to go straight to the hospital. But I don't know, I think we'd have to get really creative and reach for the stars with an excuse here. And I'd say that one was fairly suitable. But yeah, I don't know. If I'm Matt Leinart, I'm omitting one detail from this story.
Yeah, Mojo, I'll tell you this. You don't even give her a reason. You just cancel on her, and nobody does that. I promise. She would have been in love with this guy, head over heels. He really.
Good point, Babcock.
A fan falls into the net after going after a home run ball at Wrigley, while something happens in the big leagues for the first time in over 50 years. Some oddities from around the diamond when TMZ Sports rolls on right after this.
Buckle up, party people, because the TMZ After Dark Tour has hit Hollywood! Get ready for a 2-hour rager on wheels! Join Ray J and other guest hosts as he shows you the hottest restaurants, sickest clubs, and stops at banging bars along the way! Plus, DJ Miles dropping beats as we cruise down Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard, baby! The festivities kick off every weekend from the Hard Rock Cafe at 7:30 p.m. So head to TMZTour.com to book your tickets for the TMZ After Dark Tour! It's gonna be epic!
Sosa the batter. That pitch just a bit outside.
That catcher's interference?
That's a good question. The Phillies are going to look at it. Mike Calitri went running off his chair, and Mundo pointed right away.
That'd be a weird way to end the game.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness, there was. Oh my goodness.
Blatant.
Yeah, it hit the glove. There's no doubt. Here we go.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. There is catcher's interference.
Wow! The Phillies have won on a catcher's interference.
Tag your bags.
Baseball is amazing. And what a celebration in one of the craziest finishes you will ever see. The Phillies win it without a hit in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike and Mojo. Mojo, it's time for some MLB oddities. We've seen walk-off hits. We've seen, walks. bring in the winning run. We've seen walk-off home runs. I, Mojo, have never seen a walk-off catcher interference, but that is exactly what happened last night, Mojo. First time a baseball game, and look, there are 162 baseball games played by each team each year. I mean, think how many games are played. Thousands and thousands of games. This has not happened since 1971, Mojo. You've got to be like 55 years old to have seen this in the past, but it happened last night, and the Phillies beat the Red Sox on the catcher's interference. Look, if you're the catcher, you cannot interfere with the batter as he's trying to swing the bat and hit the ball. That's exactly what happened, and because of that, game over. Red Sox lose, Phillies win. Crazy. You may never see that, Mojo, for another 50 years. You may never see it again, period. Mojo, not the only weird thing that happened last night, though. We've got to go to Wrigley Field. Of course, you know, Wrigley Field, Mojo, the outfield. You've got the Ivy. Watch what happened, Mojo, as Jack Caglione was at the plate and he sent one deep. Watch this.
Caglione, Jack hitting 146 with 20 hits and 4 home runs.
Caglione goes the opposite way toward the Ivy, overhaps head into the basket. That's a home run for Jack Caglione in Wrigley Field.
That's beautiful. A block shot on that hook. And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket. A couple of fans did too. What a shot.
So, Mojo, they've got that basket, thank God, because that guy would have fallen, 15 feet or so, but he lands in the basket. His buddies picked him up, and he got the ball. So you go home with a souvenir. Good thing the net was there.
I'm going to skip right past this one. He fell in the basket. He would have fallen on the field. That's worthy of my my commentary. But I'm crazy way to end the game. Another thing that's funny is that they almost put the lights out right as the guy was crossing home plate. You know, like what if that would have cost him the game after costing him the game? That would have been pretty funny too. But yeah, this is crazy, man. Like you said, a lot of baseball games every year, and with this not happening in literally decades. Kind of surprised this has happened at all ever, but yeah, still wild and sucks to be in Boston right now.
That's why, that's baseball. That's how it goes, Mojo. Crazy things happening day in, day out. That's one of the best parts of baseball. Yeah, we may never see that again. We will see. We are out of time for today, though, Mojo. We got a big show planned tomorrow. It's going to be great.
Yes, Babcock, and now that you're back, my man, it'll be the best show since today.
I'm a lawyer.